Hey y'all, Justin with Kayak Catfish. Well, I got my dog Daphne, aka the baby cheetah, with me. Me and her is here at this farm pond, which is down here at the bottom of the hill. We got us a bucket of live minnows and a can-do attitude, and me and her about to go down there and catch us some fish today. We're going to try to use the live minnows to get some bluegill and bass, and if I catch some bluegill, I'm going to put them on a couple other rods, and we're going to try to use the bluegill to catch some bass. It's a windy day. You can probably see the leaves blowing around here, so too windy for me to get out in the kayak on the main lake, but it's a perfect kind of day to come down here to this pond. So when she's done chewing her stick, you know, she got better stuff to do. Me and her is going to load up and head down there to the pond and catch us a few. I'm going to be on the High Peak Bona folding electric bike today. It's yellow and red like Hulk Hogan from the 1980s, y'all. Y'all remember the Hulkster? I was more of an Ultimate Warrior fan back in the day, showing my age a little bit, but I call this the Hulkster bike because of the yellow and red. So I'm gonna be riding this thing today. I've mounted some rod holders here on it. I've jimmy rigged this on here so I can take my rods down here and just ride without having to carry them, because I do have to carry my minnow bucket too. I'm a man of many talents though, so I can ride a bike, transport rods, and carry live minnows all at the same time. So me and this dog, we headed down here. We're gonna catch some fish, and at some point this afternoon, me and her are gonna race the baby cheetah versus the Hulkster High Peak Bona electric bike. That race, it's happening, folks. Come with us, let's do it. All right, we got our minnows, we got our dog, let's go. Look out, dog. This ain't the official race, dog, you gotta wait. Oh man, I just spilt them minnow water all over my leg, y'all. Oh man, what a disaster. All the minnow water. Well, that didn't go as planned, folks. It looked like I did you know what down my leg, but it's that dang minnow water. But there's still enough in there to keep them alive, at least long enough for us to feed them to some fish in this pond. There's a lot of pollen and algae and stuff on the water today. It looks like it's most heavily blown down on this end. I think the wind's pushing down here, so we may have to go to the deeper end, but I'm at least going to start here on the shallow end and see what we can get. So I'm gonna get a couple fresh hooks tied on. We're gonna catch some fish, y'all. It's gonna be a fun day. Right there's the bait, y'all. That's a live minnow. I got him about a foot under that float. I'm gonna just let him do his thing there and see if he can conjure us up something. That's just a very small float, and you seeing it move around there, that's him kind of pulling against it. But if that thing just shoots under the water there, we'll know a fish is on. I'm gonna work it over there by that dock and kind of here in the shallows first, and then we'll move down to the other end of the pond where it ain't got all this surface gunk on it. Daphne here, she done got in trouble. She done got scolded off camera while I was getting my gear together. She was rolling around in goose poop, so she's gonna have to get a bath when we get home. That's the dangest old dog I've ever seen in my life. Oh, something hit me right then. I just tossed it. I tossed it right over here by that stump. I think that's a bass. Yeah, that's a small largemouth right there. I thought I'd probably get some bluegill on these live minnows, and then we'd use the bluegill to try to get some bass. But this bass said he'd just go ahead and get him some salad there all over his face. Goodness gracious, we got weeds all up our line, but we got our bass here. That's just a number 2 sized live bait hook that I had through the minnow. I don't have any split shot or anything, just got that little bobber there about a foot up the line. What do you think, dog? You want to lick it? You don't deserve to lick it today. You done been in trouble. All right, she's gonna get back at me for yelling at her, folks. She's a spiteful dog. She's very spiteful. She'll get me back. She'll do something. She'll chew up something she ain't supposed to. She'll poop in the house. She always gets revenge. Let's get us another minnow here. I got my bucket just hanging on my bike. That's a good looking minnow bucket holder, ain't it? That's the High Peak Bona electric bike, 750 watts of power, and it's going against the baby cheetah today. Maybe a little later this afternoon, since I can't get this hook through the dang minnow. There we go. Now we go. That's a small minnow right there. I was supposed to have gotten 2 dozen large. I think I got gypped. If that right there is large, I'd hate to see what the small is. Let me just put it right back over there where we got that other bass. Maybe something's in the mood for a small minnow with a large size tag on it. Large price tag on it anyway. Oh man, something just got, oh man. Did you see that, y'all? Dang bass ate my float. I tossed the dang minnow over that stump and I was working him back over, and when the float hit the water, the bass snatched it. He wasn't very big, but he took off with the float. I don't see it floating back up anywhere either. I guess he ate the daggone thing. Well, I'll be doggone, man. Them bass will eat anything, folks. Alright, I am retied. Got me another minnow on here. Oh, there's my float. It floated back up over there by the log. I guess that bass spit it out after all. I'll see if I can get that when I'm done fishing this log. I think I can reach it with my rod tip. I don't want to get over there right now, though. I'll spook any fish that's around that log or stump or whatever it is. I can't believe it though, man. That bass, he just come up and ate the dang float. Broke me off. And bass will eat anything. I caught one on a fake corn. I was carp fishing. I was reeling in my rig the other day, and I was going to rebait, and the dang bass ate the fake corn as I was reeling it in. They will literally eat anything except whatever bass lure I'm throwing at them in a tournament. They don't seem to ever want to eat that, but anytime else they'll eat about anything. Oh, something just got him. Let's set the hook on him right there, man. Something gobbled him up. Let's see what this is. This one at least got the minnow and not the bobber. I don't know what it is yet. He needs to get away from that stump though. He's going to break me off. Daphne, go down there and tell that fish to get away from that stump. That 2-pound line don't like abrasion. Is that another bass? It is another bass right there, dog. Well, we're 2 out of 3 on the bass. No bluegill thus far. Get it, Daphne. Get your lick in right there while you can. Let's bring him up here like that. Got him that hook right in the top of the lip, buddy. He's barely hooked there, dog. Man, maybe his hooked better than I thought he was. He's right there on the skin though. There we go. Daphne, when you're done licking that fish, tell these people to hit the like and subscribe, would you? She ain't gonna do nothing for me, people. She's still mad at me from yelling at her about rolling around in that goose poop. Get out of there, bass. All right, man. Well, the live minnow's getting it done on our bass so far. Let me lower that float back down a little bit. Let's go up here and get us another one. You know, I'm making good use out of this bike being my minnow bucket holder, my rod holder, tackle bag holder. It's got a little cargo rack there, which I mounted a board you can maybe see there. I just kind of jimmy rigged it on with some bolts, U-bolts around the frame, the cargo frame, and I put my Scotty base on there and mounted the triple base. So now I got rod holders, easy peasy. You know, again, took a 5-minute project there with some scrap wood and scrap bolts, but now I can carry them rods without having to hold them in my hand while I ride the bike. I'm all about making things easier on myself, people. Another thing I got the other day was a bicycle rack too for my car. So now, even though this bike here has hinges, it can be folded up to fit in a car real easily. Like I got me a bike rack, so it just goes right in the trailer hitch. And now I don't have to take a front wheel off. I don't have to, like a folding bike like that, I don't have to take the time to fold it up. I can just put it on my bike rack, strap it down, and I'm good to go. We got our minnow back right there on the water too. We'll see if we can conjure us up something else. There's 2 bass and another one we lost all around this little stump right here. And that stump ain't, I mean, it's right on the edge of the pond. This is a shallow pond anyway. That's real shallow right there where that's at. So make him swim around there until we've caught every one of them bass. Oh, it went down. Something. Yeah, he still got it. He still got it. Came back up briefly. I thought he might have let it go. That's another bass. No, small one though. There's some big bass in this pond. Me and Daphne, we've caught 3 of them this year. Nice ones. Just little ones today though, ain't it, dog? They seem to be liking these live minnows though. Let's get us another minnow. I got me 2 dozen. I didn't count them. Make sure I got exactly 2 dozen. You never know. But we still got a bunch left regardless. I put these hooks in the minnows. What I'm doing is I'm going in that upper lip and I'm going out a nostril. That way he can kind of swim around unencumbered. That hook is a little too big for that size of minnow. That number 2 size hook's the smallest hook I got with me today though. So we're gonna make it work. But I'm gonna come back over here and toss that one around along the edge of the shoreline too. There's some, you probably can't see with the glare, but there's some rocks right over there where I've thrown him around, like some big chunk rock. So I thought there might have been a bass or 2 or 3 in that area, and there's at least 1. So we're gonna see if he's got some friends with him. I don't know if you can see that wind back over there on them trees, y'all. That's why I'm at the pond today though. It's 20 plus miles an hour, and when it's cranking like that, it just, kayak fishing just ain't fun out on the river. Get them big rollers and white caps and stuff, and it's just, you spend all day fighting the kayak instead of fighting the fish. And Daphne said she wanted to go play today, so we're down here at this pond and we're gonna have us a good day, whether Mother Nature wants us to or not. As soon as I hook into another bass or bluegill, I'm gonna have an even better time. Something got him just then. Did you see it? Did you see that bobber go down? Oh, I see it coming back at me too. Whatever had him, got him. We got robbed, Daphne. That fish stole from us. I want to file a report. Somebody needs to get that fish's face put up at the post office. I'm gonna put a reward on that fish. Stole from me like that. Probably that minnow probably cost me, well, the $3 a dozen. So somebody do the math on that. But that fish owes me, by gosh. Oh! Something got him again. Pulled that one out of his mouth, dog. There's some kind of fish over there. I don't know what it is. He stole my first minnow. He tried to get the other one. I hope he likes a dead minnow, because that one right there, he probably killed it. If that minnow ain't dead, his life at least flashed before his eyes. I think he got eat in. Yep. Yeah, he got eat in. Let's see what this is. This another bass? It is. He just spit him out too right there. I may have to put on a gulp just to catch a bluegill. These hooks, a little big for bluegill, but the size of the bluegill that's in here shouldn't be a problem. That hook just popped right out just like that. Tiny bass right there, dog. Tiny one. This bass fishing with minnows, though, whole lot more productive than lures, that's for sure. I think that thing went under just like that. Boy, it did. As soon as I tossed that one out. What we got here now, dog? Is that another bass? Boy, oh, it was. He come loose. But we got our minnow back. He still looks like he's kicking. Let's throw him right over there again. Man, it is an active day for the bass. No bluegill yet. But that's a few bass now, right? Just working along the edge of the pond here. They seem to be just hanging out on the edges. He just went down again. Got him. Is that another? That's another bass. These bass are all over these minnows, man. Come up here, dog. Get you a taste of that one right there. This one's barely hooked here, I believe. He might be hooked a little better after he shook. Going through the bottom lip. Boy, yins are active today, Mr. Bass. Where's your bigger kinfolk at? There's some big ones in here. Hook up another minnow here as Daphne the dog watches patiently. You want a taste of that one? Don't get that hook. Just give it a little lick there. Just for good luck. She don't think she likes minnows. She's more of a caviar kind of girl, not a sardine type. So she's got expensive taste, folks. Eats me out of house and home with her expensive Blue Buffalo dog food. Poor old Roscoe had to eat Walmart brand. This dog here gets the high society stuff. She's a diva. Got me something right here, y'all. This is on a gulp. I switched over to a gulp minnow and a small jig head just so I can get me a bluegill, because I think my minnows along with my number 2 size hooks probably a little big for bluegill this size. So I switched over to the gulp for a minute so that I could get me some bluegill to put on my other rods and try to catch some bigger bass with. Let's go grab one of them. Well, there's our live bluegill, folks. I'm just gonna put him under a balloon and give him a toss right out there, and I'm gonna put this rod in the rod holder so he can swim around, do his thing right there. Y'all see that balloon really go under or the rod double over, y'all gonna have to holler. These bass, man, they active today. We've seen it on the smaller ones anyway, getting a minnow. So a bluegill acting all erratic like that, one of the big ones is liable to gobble him up. So y'all send up a bat signal, holler or something when that rod goes off. I'm gonna go back over here, see if I can catch me another bluegill on the gulp. We'll put one on the other rod, throw it over here on the other side of the dock. I'll throw it right back over here in front of this dock. Our bluegill has swam up under the dock over there. As soon as we catch one of his friends, I'm gonna have to undo that line from the dock post and get him reset where he needs to be. And bluegill, man, they're smart. They know how to wrap themselves up and stuff. Let's see what we got here. Is that oh, that's a big bluegill right there. Big bluegill. Oh man, that's nice right there on the gulp, man. I want you to look at this thing right here, man. That's a daggone hand size bluegill. Easy, buddy, easy now. I'm still trying to get me another small one for my other bass rod, but I mean, look at that thing. Get him against my hand, man. Nice fish. Working the shallows over here. Last time I come down to this pond, I got some nice bluegill right over here in this corner by the spring. I thought they might be on beds. I couldn't really, that day I couldn't see any beds because of the water clarity and stuff, and kind of the same situation today. I can't really see down there to see if there's any beds there or not, but that was a dang nice bluegill I just pulled off here in less than a foot of water. I'm gonna keep casting through here, see if I can get some of his friends, or here's one pecking me, or get me a small one, which I think this one here, nope. He started out feeling kind of small. He just kept feeling bigger and bigger and bigger, and he is way too big for what I want to do using a live bluegill under a balloon. So got him some salad. He likes some salad with his gulp minnow too. What's your favorite dressing, bluegill? You like ranch? That bluegill there is weird. He's one of them people that eats French dressing or something. One of those people, you know. He's probably one of these hipsters that likes oil and vinegar or something like that. I'm a Thousand Island kind of guy myself. I ain't doing all them oils and healthy stuff. If I'm eating lettuce and carrots and stuff, hell, I'm already eating healthy. I don't need a healthy dressing on top of it. That's my motto. That fish right there, he's a French or Catalina type dressing though. I could see it. I could just look at him. Sometimes you just get a feel for fish and what kind of salad dressing they like. It's a talent, really. Now here's one we can use right here. This is perfect size to catch us a bass under a balloon right here. There's our next bluegill going out. I'm going to throw him just over here in that area there by that sprinkler. Our other bluegill, he swam over here. He's like smoke. Wherever you go, there he is. But at least he ain't swimming around the dock right now. But that in there is a little bit more lively, so we'll let him do his thing. So now y'all got two rods to watch. You gotta watch that one, and you gotta watch the other. I know, I ask a lot of you, I know, but I'm counting on you. Tell me if them rods go down, because y'all know I don't pay attention. I'll be having my back turned somewhere. That thing will be doubled over, and I won't know about it. I think something got him just then. Something did. I brought him over that log and something got him. I'm back on the live. Oh man, I pulled it out of his mouth. Pulled it plumb out. I'd switch back over to the live minnow there. I used the gulp to get me some bluegill, which I've got down there. Got my back to them, so maybe one of them's getting eat as we speak. But I come back down here and tied on this other hook to use up these minnows. This dog here, I spent some of her dog food money to get these minnows, so I got to make sure we get our money's worth out of them. Is that right, dog? We got to get our money's worth out of these minnows. You know I don't like paying for bait. Go ahead, give it a good luck lick right there. I'm gonna catch a fish on this minnow now, dog, just because you licked it. That's good luck. It's scientifically proven. If a dog licks your bait and you cast it out, you're gonna catch a fish on it. That's science. It ain't me just making that stuff up. Totally science. I got it over here by this tree that comes in. That other one I had kind of reeled over the log there, and that's when it went down. Something got it right then. Yeah, we hooked up now. That's a little better one right there. It's coming right at me here. Well, it's a fighting hard, whatever he is. I don't know if it's a bass or just a big bluegill. That's a bass. We got another one, Daphne. I told you it was good luck, dog. I told you. Go ahead and look at it, and you've earned it. That's 100% you. You're the reason I caught that fish. I just threw that that weed right there on her head. Yeah. Go ahead. You earned it, dog. That should be our new side business, Daphne. We should have you. I could buy some bass lures. You would lick them. We'd jack up the price and sell them. I think that's a new business idea, folks. Daphne the dog special scent, special lures. We're going to come up with some kind of name for it. I'm going to need a logo and a whole business plan. I think that's $1 million opportunity, Daphne. Pretty sure it is. Maybe the best idea I've ever had. Something got him right in. Oh, don't get me around the stump. He run me around it. He didn't get me on it. That's another bass. I come back over here because it'd been a little while. I thought another bass may have moved back up on this stump, and sure as the world. Swing him up here. Who knows where old Daphne's at. It's been a while since I caught a fish. I just pulled that thing. Pulled the hook right out of his mouth. Didn't break it off, at least. Let's get him here. What do you think about it, Mr. Bass? Y'all kind of shut down on me, didn't you? Get him out of there. Yeah, folks, it's been probably, gosh, I don't know, somewhere between 30 minutes and an hour since I've had a bite. I've just been making my way around the pond. I went all the way down that other side over there and just didn't catch anything. That last trio there was the last one I'd got. I'd come all the way down, around, worked around the dock here. We got our live bluegill here under the balloons. Nothing, and I just kind of worked back over here to this stump, and sure as the world, there's another bass. But just kind of, I don't know why, they just kind of shut down on me here. But I'm gonna make a few more casts. I'm at least gonna work down there to those other rocks where I was catching those other bass there earlier when I first got out here. And then I got some plans in that. Gotta go play some top golf. Gotta go launch some bombs out there at the top golf, hit that back net. So I gotta do that. So we're gonna catch a few more fish if I can. Then wherever Daphne's at when she shows back up, who knows where she's at this time. That dog's always running off. But me and her, we're gonna have our race. Daphne the dog, aka Baby Cheetah, against the High Peak Bona, aka the Hulkster electric bike. So that's happening before we get out of here today. Here, Daphne, kiss that one too. Give me a little good luck smooch on there. There you go. Y'all saw it, folks, that one there. Guaranteed to catch a fish. Where do you think we ought to throw? Should we throw it here by this stump again? I think we ought to throw it down here on these rocks. Daphne, you come back just in time to give that bait there some extra luck that it needed. I've been having hard times while you've been gone, dog. I don't know where you got off to. You ran off, the fish quit biting. The wind's blowing my bobber all over the place. The wind hits my line and just moves that bobber and minnow wherever it wants to take it. Now I'm in the weeds. Lordy days, man, even when there ain't no trees around to get into, I still find something to get hung up on here. Daphne, how do we do this? How do we even, I don't even know how we do it, dog. Okay, she's confused too. She don't know how we do it either. Let's just go back over there by them rocks. I want to get one more fish, dog, before me and you have our race. I'm hesitant to pet you, dog, because you got goose poop all over you. I don't know what makes an animal like her want to roll around in feces, but she does any chance she gets. She's nasty. She's a nasty dog. Let's try over here a little farther down, dog. Oh, it went under then, dog. Oh, it went right back at us too. But I was like the Matrix, man. I seen that thing coming at me full speed, but it was like slow motion. I felt like I was moving in slow motion. It's one I didn't put my eye out though. Got robbed. Oh, oh, oh. Got him. Got him right there. He may, look at, he may reel in my other float to me too. How awesome would that be? I get my float back and the bass. How awesome is that? We got him, Daphne. We got the fish and our other float. I don't even know how that's possible. Oh, I see how it's possible. That's the same fish. Look at this, dog. He's got 2 hooks in there. That's the one we broke off earlier. And here's the other one. How about that? There's, I don't know which is which on here, but either way, I got my float back that I was going to try to get anyway. How about that? That dang float was attached to the line still. I saw it come back up over there, and I was going to try to take my rod tip and get it before I leave today, but apparently it was still connected to the fish. I guess he was just right over there by that stump just hanging out, and he ate that other minnow. That's the dangest thing, man. You can't make this stuff up, folks. How awesome is that? But hey, listen, I gotta get out of here soon. Like I mentioned before, I was trying to get me one more fish. Perfect how that worked out. Well, me and this dog, I promised her before we leaving today, I promised her we were getting a race in. She loves racing electric bikes. Every time one of these companies sends me one, she wants to put it in its place and remind the world that she's the baby cheetah and no electric bike beats her. So we're gonna put it to the test today. We're gonna see if the high peak Bona can beat the baby cheetah. She's fast as lightning, folks. Let's see what it's got. Before we race, I'll give you a quick walkthrough of this bike here. This is, again, the high peak Bona. It's got 20-inch fat tires. It's a folding bike, so you've got 2 hinges. You got one here on the frame and another one up here on the handlebars. Actually, it's this one right here on this side. So it'll fold up if you've got a compact car, or you just need to store it for in a garage or something, or take it on a bus if you live in a city. Folds up into a very easy to carry compact package. It's got a cargo rack here on the back, which again, you can see I've mounted a board to with some U-bolts and put one of my rod holder bases so that I can carry some rods here off the back. So that's a better look at it now that my tackle bag's off there. It's got a 750 watt motor here on the rear tire. The throttle is here on the right. You power it on and off with that button there. It's got pedal assist up to, I believe, 5 levels on this bike. Actually, must be 7 if we can get the pollen off there. Mother Nature is wreaking havoc on this bike and my allergies today. But 7 levels of pedal assist, got speedometer, odometer, and all that. So if you want to ride it like an electric bike or regular bike, you can. It's got 7-speed Shimano gears here. Got a headlight up front. This dog's so excited she can't contain herself. But it's a pretty good looking bike. Reminds me of Hulkamania. Growing up in the 80s, man, big wrestling fan. Nature Boy Ric Flair, Ultimate Warrior, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. She's gonna call herself the $1 Million Dog because that's what she's gonna end up costing me before it's said and done. But I'm gonna hop on this bike. We're gonna go up here on this old service road. We're gonna start the race there, come all the way around, and whoever's ahead when we get back over here to the dock, that's the winner, folks. Place your bets right now. Vegas is taking bets. She's a overwhelming favorite, but you know what? Mike Tyson was an overwhelming favorite against Buster Douglas too. How'd that work out? I may be an underdog, but I ain't beat yet. So let's hop on this bike and let's get it on. What do you think? You ready? You are? Let's go then, by gosh. We off. We're getting it on here, folks. Let's do it. She's off to an early lead. I gotta take it easy going around turn 1 here. I don't want to dip them pedals into the ground. Come on, dog. Oh, she's off to a huge lead. Oh, I'm catching up with her. Oh, man. You beat me again, dog. Go ahead. Eat your daggone tires. That's what you like to do. I know. You old dog. Well, folks, the baby cheetah wins again. She is hard to beat. I don't care what electric bike you're on, but this one here, she had a little bit of advantage on me because you have to be careful taking sharp turns on these folding bikes because the pedal shafts go so close to the ground. You take a turn too sharp, you're liable to go for a tumble, so I had to slow it down. Huge advantage to the dog. You know, she'll capitalize on any weakness you got, because she's, God forbid, she let me win one of these dang on races, help us sell some bikes. But anyway, huge shout out to High Peak for sending me their Bona model electric bike. You can check this model out and all their other models on their website, which I'll have linked down in the video description below. But it is a good looking bike in my opinion, man. I like the yellow and red. I was, you know, more of an Ultimate Warrior fan as a Hulkamania fan as a kid, but Hulkamania has stood the test of time. So it's a good looking bike in my opinion. So y'all check them out. But me and this dog, we got to get on out of here. I'm going to go to Top Golf tonight and see if I can hit the back of that net. Good day out here bass fishing. The bluegill under the balloons let us down, but the live minnows got several bass, nothing real big, but when you're fishing with ultralight rod, they all dang good times. So I enjoyed myself out here. I think Daphne's enjoyed herself out here. I'm going to have to give her a bath. Dang dog. Rolled around in goose poop. Why do they do that? I don't know, but she's got it all down her neck and stuff. So we're going home. We're going to get that dog in the shower, and then I'm heading to Top Golf. I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching.